All righty. Okay, so let's get the body moving today. We've done a lot of in the past couple of weeks, we've done a lot of focus on certain muscles and muscle groups. We're gonna, we always work on the core, but maybe today we move a little bit more. So as always, take whatever you need. You know what is interesting? I know we've done a lot of talking today. What's interesting is I actually started leadership coaching. My company actually just started leadership coaching for me, which has been awesome. I get 6 months of unlimited leadership coaching. And actually it reminds me of what Charlie said to me. Remember when like last year, or actually a year and a half ago, I was having a really hard time at work. It was really stressful. And like literally Charlie would just say the same words that I teach you guys like every day. So so what I found is that leadership coaching is it's therapy essentially. And it is literally like every lesson is like, oh, but it helps you see the blind spots, because the things that I teach you guys every week that I've been teaching you guys for years, my leadership coach essentially says the same thing back to me. He's like, oh, I taught that. Oh, I get it now. So you really have to have someone else say it to you, because everything that I've learned I've done, like, this is my 3rd week of the leadership coaching, is literally like everything that I've ever taught. Like there's nothing like earth shattering other than it's literally the same words repeated back to me. And I'm like, oh, I've taught that. So anyway, that was kind of my aha moment for this week. Alrighty. Okay, let's go ahead and get let's go ahead. Let's see, you can see me. Let's go ahead and get onto our back, hugging our knees into our chest. I will make up for the chatting time with some more movement, and maybe we kick up the movement and the flow today. All right, hugging our knees into our chest, rocking from side to side, massaging out our low back. I have been sitting in meetings all week. I can't take any when walking because I have to be looking at a screen. So I've been sitting all day or all week. Okay, inhale into the low belly. Exhale, compress your hands into your shin bones, into the rib cage, kind of compacting into a ball, flattening the low back into the mat. Bringing the mindfulness of breath to our practice and continuing to practice. Can we keep our core engaged and inhale? And that was like the harder thing to do, because you got to find space for your breath. Inhale and keeping your core contracted. So you got to find space to put that air in that is different than the low belly expanding, because low belly expanding means you disengage your core. And remember, if you noticed a couple weeks ago, by just changing the way you breathe and keeping engagement in the core, we were able to find strength in our body that our body already had. Inhale, keeping the low belly engaged. Exhale. Hug the right knee in towards the chest, extend the left leg out long. Take the right leg across the body to the left, open up and take a gentle twist. Open up your right arm to the side. Hook the right foot behind the left knee. And keep pressing your right knee towards the mat across your body. And come back up and switch to the other side. Left knee into the chest, extend the right leg out long, compress. So we're warming up the hip flexors, and we're also stretching. I forget what muscle we're stretching, but we're stretching something. Cross the left knee across the body. Hook the left foot behind the right knee. Open up through the chest. Oh. And come back to center. Round to a ball and rock. We're just gonna rock. We're gonna rock like a ball. And see if you can use more of your core, less of your legs and momentum, so that when you rock, you can rock up to seated and balance on your sit bone into like a boat position, right, with your feet floating. Can you use your core? Can you use your core by pressing your core in? Roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, draw the shoulder blades down your back, but pull the belly in. And come back up. And pull the belly in. And come back up. And pull the belly in. and come back up into balance. Roll your shoulders back and down. Reach the chest towards the sternum, towards the sky. Float. One leg, both legs. Maybe you float one hand, two hands. Maybe you straighten out one leg, point the toes, straighten out the other toes. Maybe you lift the toes up a little higher, and maybe you keep engaging through your core. Inhale. Exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Rock on forward. Come into all fours. Tip the fingertips, round your back, reach your sit bones back behind you. So we're really tenting our fingertips, pressing our finger pads like your hands are like suction cups. And we're trying to suction cup your hands up towards the sky as you round your back. So we're trying to find more space. We need the use of your core to find more space. And come forward and cat-cow. So drop the chest down, squeeze the shoulder blades down your back. Imagine that you're squeezing oranges or tennis balls underneath your armpits. So I'm taking my hand and I'm feeling like I'm dragging my hand back, but my hand isn't actually moving. So it's very active in your cat. No, yeah. This is cat, no, this is cow. And then dome, round your back, tent the fingertips. And notice if your shoulders are shrugged to your ears, you want to draw the shoulders back and down. And like you're squeezing oranges underneath your armpits. And round your back, round your low back. Try to make more space in between each vertebra. And then come back into cow, drop the chest down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, tailbone up towards the sky. And then come back to neutral and then barrel roll. So you're rolling your whole rib cage around and then change directions. We're getting warmer, moving our joints. Tent the fingertips and round, round, round. Flatten the hands down, come into all fours. We're going to take the right hand. We're going to thread it through. We're coming down, place the right temple down, walk the left hand forward. We're going to pull the left hip away from the left fingertips. We're going to press down on the back of the right arm to try to peel open and take your sternum towards the sky. You're reaching your left hip bone away from your left fingertips. You can take the half bind, so taking the left hand behind your back, left hand finds the top of the right thigh. Shoulder roll the left side, left shoulder roll to try to open, open, open. And then come back up. Left hand comes through, drop the left temple down, reach the right hand forward, right hip back. Pull the right hip back. Press down on the back of the left hand to twist so that your sternum is reaching for the ceiling. Optional, you could take the right hand behind your back to find the left top of the left thigh and then shoulder roll. So I definitely notice that my right shoulder is tighter than my left. I'm right-handed. So my right shoulder is always turned in. And release, come back into all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips in downward facing dog. Remember, in downward facing dog, we're in an anterior pelvic tilt. That means we're dumping the soup bowl. We're reaching our rib cage towards our thighs. Our back is super active. Our upper back, shoulder blades area is super duper active in our down dog. We're continuing to tip the soup bowl forward. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Inhale. Windmill the hand down. Take the back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hand. Step the left foot back. Drop the back knee down. Inhale. Forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Inhale. Windmill the hands down, step it back into all fours. Roll the shoulders back and down, lower knees, chest, chin. Roll the shoulders back and down, cobra. Drag the body forward. So my hands are pulling back. They're not moving, but they're energetically pulling back, dragging my body forward. Tops of the feet down. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge, drop the back knee down, inhale, forward, up and back, open up the chest, inhale, windmill the hands down, pop the back knee off the mat, back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold, take a squat, interlace the fingertips, press the palms up towards the sky. So pull the arms back behind the ears, squeeze the ankles together. You want to roll the ball of the foot. How do I put this? The heels come forward. The heels come forward, sending the knees forward, and you roll them under so that the knees come closer to the rib cage. And then drop the heels down, half chair. So flat back, squeeze. Bend the knees, sink the hips way back. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands behind the heads, elbows back and press open and lift like you're trying to lift. Then pick up your skull like you're trying to lift up. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands. Right foot back, drop the right knee down. Interlace the fingertips. Inhale. Come on up. Exhale, toss the arms back behind you, send the chest forward and the right hip forward, left hip back. So inhale tall, so reach your pointer finger like you're poking the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, toss the hands behind you, arms behind you, right hip forward, left hip back. And keep lifting tall. Exhale, toss back. Inhale, neutralize through the spine, windmill the hands down, step it back. On all fours, lower down. Inhaling, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge, drop the back knee down. Inhale, interlace the fingers, reach up. Reach tall like you're trying to poke the ceiling. Exhale, toss the arms back behind your ears. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left hip goes forward. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left hip goes forward. Toss the arms back behind you. Inhale, tall. Remember, we are in a posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, tall. It's counterintuitive, but it protects your low back and actually makes you go deeper. Inhale, tall. Exhale, posterior pelvic tilt. Neutralize through the spine. Windmill the hands down. Pop the back knee off the mat. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky, and close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Drop the back knee down. Inhale. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, send the chest forward. Toss the arms back behind you. Inhale, tall. Poke the ceiling. Exhale, posterior pelvic tilt. Send the chest forward. Inhale, tall. Posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, tall. Exhale, posterior pelvic tilt. Keeps tossing the arms back behind you. Use that posterior pelvic tilt to protect your low back so you can go deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, neutralize through the spine. Windmill the hands down. Step it back, high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Or is it the other leg? I think it's the other leg, right? We're on left side. Okay, actually lower that down. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down. Yeah, inhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, toss the arms back behind you. Inhale, tall, poke the ceiling. Exhale, posterior pelvic tilt. Toss the arms back behind you. Keep sending that right hip back. Inhale, tall. Posterior pelvic tilt lets you go deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly neutralize through the spine. Windmill the hands down, pop the back knee off the mat, back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Whew. Come down for a squat, lift the heels, squeeze the ankles and the knees together. So if you notice, I want to actually press my heels forward. That sends my knee forward, so I'm rolling under, stacking my ribs over my hips, and rolling and bringing the knees higher to my rib cage. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the sky. Squeeze the ankles together, bring the hands at shoulder height and press and dome. So press like you're pushing a box. Inhale. Exhale. Round, round, round. Drop the heels down. Ardha. Utkatasana, half chair. Flat back. Reach the hips way back. Press the palms forward. Inhale, slowly come on up, hands behind the head, up, pressing elbows back, lift. Posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, tall. Exhale, goes further back. Posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Inhale. And close the pose. Whew, inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back. Take the left foot back, high plank. So we're in high plank, we're doming. We're squeezing oranges underneath our armpits, and we're slowly lowering down to chaturanga. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, hold, dome. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Left hand down, runner's lunge twist. Runner's lunge twist. Inhale, reaching right arm forward, up and back. We want to find length in our left rib cage. So we want to lift and twist. So we want to find pressing the right knee forward, reaching that right hip back, finding length in the left rib cage, and getting deeper in that twist. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right hand down. Step it back into high plank. Lower down. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Right hand down, left arm forward, and open. Left knee goes forward, left hip goes back. Find length in your right rib cage as you twist. Twist, twist. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hands down. Pop the back knee. Well, actually, no. Let's send it back to high plank. Lower down. Take your vinyasa. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward. Runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Forward fold. You might want to block for this. So grab a block. Placing it the high or the medium setting, wherever you need to be. We're going to bend right knee, keep the left leg straight. This way, yeah. Right hand down, left arm twist. So this, you got to find the right height of your block. Maybe you don't need a block to press your hand into as you twist. So right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Left hand comes down, we come into a squat. We're trying to round our back, round. Straighten out both legs, left knee bent, right leg straight. Feel the femur bone digging into the hip socket. Twist, twist, twist. And lower down, bend both knees, send the hips way back. And then, which one do we bend the right knee, left leg straight and twist. And we're gonna keep alternating. So twist, twist, twist. Remember, twist come from the low belly. So we twist from the low belly and then the mid back and then the upper back. Bend lower left hand down, bend both knees. Alternate, straighten the right leg and twist, twist, twist. Remember, the twist comes from the low belly. So inhale, belly's already engaged. Inhale, exhale, and twist deeper. Have you noticed that if you expand your belly and let that go and then try to twist, you can't twist as much because you've lost engagement of your core as you're trying to twist. So bend both knees, squat, engage the core. Inhale with an engaged core and twist. See if you find a difference with that. Bend both knees, squat. Inhale with the engaged belly, and then twist. I can definitely feel a difference where I'm going deeper into my twist if I consciously think of the breathing and keeping my low belly engaged. All right, and then squat. And then just forward fold. Heel toe the feet together, bend the knees, wrap the arms around, elbows hugging, hands, hug your elbows behind your knees. The goal is to keep that, you keep your rib cage glued to your thigh bones or your thighs, and exhale. You lift your tailbone as far as you can go, but you need to keep your rib cage onto your thighs. So just go as far as you can go to straighten your legs, but you have to keep the rib cage. So my legs aren't straight. You have to keep the rib cage onto the thighs, and you will get to your optimum point where you are stretching the muscles that need to be stretched. And release. Come down for a low squat malasana with the knees apart. So knees apart, heels together. And knees apart, heels together. Walk the hands forward, round and dome. And twist left and right to lubricate the ball and socket joint in your hips. You might want to round into a ball. And take the palms facing up underneath the heels and pull into a ball and round. You're trying to get more space into each vertebra in the low back. So you have to really engaging through the core. You have to really engage through the core. Inhale, come on up into a forward fold and slowly rise all the way up. Cross the hands and close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Come on up, press the lunge. Exhale, open up through the chest, sink deeper, opening up the hip flexors. Inhale. Exhale, toss the arms way back behind you like in a V. So posterior pelvic tilt, inhale tall, exhale. Posterior pelvic tilt helps you send back, helps you send your arms back behind you. Inhale, exhale, keep sending the chest forward as you toss the arms back behind you, getting a deeper back bend. Inhale, posterior pelvic tilt, exhale. Inhale, neutralize through the spine. I'm going to come forward, take your block in the left hand. We're going to come forward into revolved half moon. Revolved half moon. So anchor through your right foot, press down and through your right foot. Left hand comes down with the block underneath your left shoulder. Or you can take your left hand to the ground. That's okay too. Inhale. Reach your right arm forward. Pull the belly button up and in and twist over to the right. Your revolved half moon. So you're standing on your right foot. Your left leg is lifted, pointing your left toe back. Your left hand is down onto a block. Or not. Revolved half moon. For 4, 3,
2, and 1. Bring the left foot to the right foot. We're going to take revolved or chair twist. Yeah, so we're going to take our left tricep to the outside of the right thigh. Start with our hands together and twist, and then pry the arms open. So pull that left knee back behind you. That left knee wants to creep forward to the right knee. You want to keep the knees in line. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's look down at the toes. Hello, toes. Squeeze the knees together, float the left foot off the mat. One-legged standing twisted chair. Shoot the left leg back behind you. Drop the left foot down. Crescent lunge twist. So we're still in twisting. You can always drop your back knee down, right knee over right ankle. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, place the left hand down, you're back into that runner's lunge twist. Reach the right arm forward and back. Forward, up and back, you're in that runner's lunge twist. The right hand, or left hand is down. Straighten out both legs. You're in a revolved triangle. We're gonna take a wide revolved triangle. So both legs straight. Both legs straight. Take the left hand with the block in the left hand down, sweep the arm forward, up and back, and open for a triangle, revolved triangle, really getting into that outer right glute where it's attaching to the pelvic girdle, which is helping you open your low back. Bend the knee, windmill the hands down, drop the back knee down, come into lizard. Yeah, so both hands are into the inside of the right foot. I'm dropping my right knee out. I'm on the outside edge of the right foot. We're getting into that, that glute med on our right butt cheek. You can always come down onto your forearms with a block. Plant both hands down, step it back into all fours. Come into high plank, lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Twist underneath your left arm, peekaboo. Get deep and open up that left hip flexor, left foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Come on up to crescent lunge. Reaching the arms forward, up and back. So press that right heel forward. That sends your right hip forward. Inhale, tall, poke the ceiling. Exhale, toss the arms back into a V, posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, tall. Exhale, toss back. Inhale, tall. Posterior pelvic tilt. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, neutralize through the spine. We're coming into half moon, revolved half moon. Take the block in the right hand. Shift the weight forward. You're going to stomp into your left leg, left inner thigh engaged. Shift the weight forward, right hand down, floats the right leg up off the mat. Pull the belly button up and in, reach the left arm forward and twist. Find length from your left fingertips to your left hip. You're pulling your left hip away in this revolved triangle or revolved half moon for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the right foot next to the left. We're in the chair twist. So feet together, bend the knees, send the hips way back. Take the left tricep to the right tricep to the outside of the left thigh. And we're gonna twist and twist, twist, twist. Pull the belly button up and in and twist. Find length in your right rib cage. Pry the arms apart for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look down on your big toes. Float the right foot off the mat. Squeeze the knees together for 3, 2, 1. Shoot the right leg back. Drop it down. You're in a crescent lunge twist. You can always drop your back knee down. Twist, twist. Twist, twist. Pull the belly button away from the left thigh for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Windmill the hands to the inside. Oh no, wait, we did triangle, yeah. So pop the right foot in, both legs straight, revolve triangle. So take the block, and we're going to take a wide revolve triangle. So we're going to take our right hand underneath the shoulder. We're going to take it out a little wider. From the belly, twist comes from the belly. You're going to revolve your triangle towards the left. Inhale. So engaging through the core, and then inhale, and then twist. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale the hands down to the inside of the left foot. Drop your back knee down, lizard. Come to the outside of the left foot to get that opening into your left hip. You can also come down onto a block, onto your forearms. And remove the block. If you have the block, step it back. Oh no, you did runner's lunge twist, didn't we? Right hand down, pop the back knee off the mat, runner's lunge twist, and go deeper. Go deeper into your runner's lunge twist. Notice how much further you can get in your twist. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hands down. Step it back into high plank. Lower down. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Anterior pelvic tilt. When you inhale, keep your core engaged. Engage the core and then inhale. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Bend the knee into a squat. Wrap the arms around. Clasping opposite elbows. Rib cage to thigh. Keeping the rib cage to thigh. Slowly straighten out the legs and around your back. See if you go deeper. And release. Forward fold. Inhale, slowly come on up. Dog out there. Inhale. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Oh, my back feels about 2 inches longer. Exhale, plant the hands down, step it back, high plank. Oh, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Come and drop the knees down. We're going to take our block if you have one. And we're going to see if we can find our core. So I don't know, we'll see how well I do on this. Some days it's good and some days it's not. We're going to do boat. Actually, let's just do low boat on the floor first and then we'll add on the block. All right, so come onto your back. I'm going to come into seated for starters. Come to seated and we're going to do boat. Let me take off my leg warmers because I realize they're black and they kind of blend into my dark purple yoga mat. Okay, so we're going to start with boat. Right, boat is core. We don't want to round our back in boat. We want to make sure our shoulder blades are engaged and the core is scooping, but with our chest reaching and sternum reaching forward. So roll the shoulders back and down. Engage the core and then inhale. Engage the core and then inhale. And then float into your boat. So hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then come down for low boat. You got to scoop, scoop, scoop for low boat and lift. You want to lift your low back, or sorry, your upper back off the mat. So you're going to scoop, 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 scoop. And your low boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay. If you have a block, grab your block.
I don't know if it's different on a squishy block versus, you know, a more sturdier foam block versus a wood block. Maybe we'll have to do the science experiment. In the school this week, Kiana has been, in the past 2 weeks, have been learning how to be scientists. So she comes home saying that she's a scientist. Because she's like learning about like the states of matter, right? With water, like, you know, solid, liquid, gas. Anyway, okay. So we're gonna do low boat on a block, or we're gonna attempt low boat on a block. So your block should be somewhere around your low back. And it's gonna be, you're gonna have to play around with it because you're obviously the weight distribution is gonna be a little different. So you have to play around with, right? This is fulcrum and lever. And we're gonna do low boat, right? Where the shoulders are the same height as the feet, right? Because we're in the low boat. And we're gonna try to balance on that. So let's just try that. I'm still working on it. It's been about like 3 or 4 weeks, and some days I get it and some days I don't. But it really shows you how much engagement of your core, how much more you could be using your core. So if you think, and the sheesh always says like, oh, I'm not using my core, like everything's like, oh, am I really using my core? Okay. And obviously you want to float and yeah, like a seesaw, not like a seesaw. So we're gonna scoop. Okay. Oof. And find that spot that you have to scoop and you're floating off the ground, not on the ground. Oh. Like I said, some days I can do it, some days I can't. But this is really, but either way, you can do it without the block, or if you want to try on the block, if you really want to be like, okay, am I using my core or not? You can use it more. And I thought this was a good way to find out where that was. Where's more? Because it takes a whole lot of core to hold a low boat on block. And release. And we'll try again. So the last couple of weeks I was doing this in class, I just couldn't find it. There's one days like, I'm just like, I don't understand. Like I could not get it so that I wasn't on the ground, right? No matter what I did. So, I mean, you guys know what the answer is to engage your core. That's how you do this. You engage your core. So we just have to find a new level of what engaging the core means. So let's try one more round, and we'll play with that to see if you can find your core, right? So you are not up high, right? In a high boat. The reason why it makes it really hard is because you're in a low boat, right? Where your shoulders and the ankles are the same height. Is they doing it? Oh no, I think he's no. Hi, Uday. No, he's like, I'm gonna do something else. I think you guys are just sitting there. I don't know. All right. We'll try, let's play around with it one more time. Or if you want, you're like, you know what, I just want to do low boat. That's fine on the ground. That's fine. But see if you can find your balance, your low boat onto your block. Scooping through your core. Oh, and release. And release. Right? Like every week, it's like that onion where we peel a layer of like, what does engaging our core really mean? All right, rocking up into seated, coming to all fours. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Into down dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky and swing it way forward, runner's lunge. We're going to come into a transverse lunge, so bend the right knee, extend the left leg. Encourage opening of the inner thigh with your right elbow against your right knee. Flexing through the left toes. Walk your hands so they're framing over the left leg, keeping your right knee open, and then reach forward.
So this is getting a little bit to the side, the back on the right side, right? So you can really feel the tightness or restriction coming from the QL muscle, the quadris lumboris, the erector spinae. These are all your big, long muscles on your back. And then inhale, straighten out both legs, and we're going to switch sides. Flexing through the right toes, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. You're opening the left knee or inner left thigh with the left elbow against the left knee. And then switch sides again. Go deeper this time. And then switch. Frame your right leg. So right hand on the outside and one hand on the inside. And we're going to reach that left hand towards that right pinky toe. You're going to find the restriction on the left side, back left side. And then straighten out both legs. Wide-legged forward fold. You're going to walk your left hand forward, your right hand back in between between the legs. So left hand's forward, right hand back. You're going to twist. You're going to twist underneath your left arm and use your core. So the more you reach further back, the more you reach forward. Use the strength of the hands to like twist in your core. Come back to neutral, left hand down, right arm goes up towards the sky. We're going to twist. Inhale, engaging through the core. So engage through the core, inhale. Exhale, then twist towards the right. Engage the core, inhale, bend the left knee, lower the left right hand down. Exhale, straighten both legs and twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. And lower the hands down. Twisting the other way. So we're going to walk the right hand forward and the left hand back. And we're going to twist, twist, twist. Use your core. Inhale, engage the belly. So engage the belly, inhale. Exhale, twist deeper. Come back to neutral. Right hand down. We're going to twist over to the left. So right hand down, engage the belly, inhale, and then twist. Lower the left hand, bend the right knee, engage the belly, inhale, and then twist, straighten out both legs, twist deeper. Inhale, bend the right knee, engage the core. Exhale, straighten out both legs. Bend the right knee, engage the core, inhale. Exhale, twist. I don't know about you, but I'm able to go way deeper by just changing how I'm engaging the core and breathing. And lower the left hand down. Bend both knees, sink the hips way back. Reach the arms forward, round the lower back. And straighten out both legs, flat back. Crown of the head forward. Walk the hands over to the left foot, bend the left knee, runner's lunge. Step it back, high plank, lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Right foot in between the hands, runner's lunge, back foot to the top of the mat. Come down for a low squat. Lift the heels, ankles together, knees together. Inhale tall, interlace the fingertips, press the palms up towards the sky. Take the low lunge twist or the low squat twist. So we're taking our left tricep to the outside of the right thigh and we're twisting. Inhale tall, exhale, twist to the other side. We're going to come down and have a seat and take a slightly twisted boat. Right, roll the shoulders back and down, float the feet up towards the off the mat, reaching our sternum up towards the sky. Inhaling, exhale, aim the hands towards the outside of the left, outside of on the left side. Inhale tall, exhale, twist. 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 Last one. Inhale tall, exhale, twist. And come on, pour back. And release. Release, release. Plant the feet down. So we're going to do tuck, tuck, tuck on our back. Yeah, so if you would like, you can take your block in between your hands and take the optional. You can take the block in between your hands over your head. Right, hamstrings, remember. Hamstrings engage, hip flexors engage, low belly engages, and they all can sustain engagement. Okay, so we're going to take our knees to tabletop. Engaging through our low belly. There's a lot going on. Engage to the low belly, then inhale. Hamstrings engage. So core plus hamstrings. Now tuck. So hamstrings, core, hamstrings, and hip flexors. And when you inhale, we want to not like inflate the belly because then we'll disengage our core. You want to find the air and put it somewhere else. So where are we at? We're at hamstrings, we're at low belly, hamstrings, and hip flexors, right, to bring that tuck. And that last piece is the curl, right? That curl, lifting the hips up off the mat. And then we're going to keep our hands squeeze and float. Our hands like 2 inches off the mat with the block. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. So release. So I'll walk through it. So inhale, engage the low belly, inhale. Then hamstrings, then hip flexors, and then the last tuck, right? Which is like hamstrings, hip flexors, and that last little bit of curl, right? Maybe, yeah, and then lift, and then take the hands in with the block and lift, right? So let's try that. So plant the soles of the feet down. We'll do actually just one round of breathing to engage through our core. So engage through the core and inhale. Find a place to put the air. Exhale. Keep the core engaged. Inhale. Keep the core engaged. Hamstrings engage. Hip flexors engage. That last curl float. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So engage the core, then inhale. Hamstrings, hip flexors, that final tuck, that curl, float the arms off. So curl and float the arms off. So inhale. So engage to the low belly, then inhale. Squeeze, 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 and lift. And release. Let's do that one more time. Engage the core, inhale. Squeeze, 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 lift. And release. Whew.
Who's ready for a nap? I'm ready for a nap. I wonder what they're going to do with Sunday brunches. You know, with all the COVID protection, like Mother's Day is all about like going and finding some big brunch that has a lot of food and then eating way too much food and then regretting it on Monday and then doing like 10 yoga classes. All right, let's rock up into seated. We're doing that core engagement for a reason. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. Okay, come into all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward. Runner's lunge, come on up, crescent lunge, take your arms and goalpost arms, and we're gonna twist over to the right. Take the left arm to the outside of the right leg, and we're gonna twist into a crescent lunge twist. From your core. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and we're going to find ourselves in a, oh, what happened here? Here we go. Can you still see me? Okay. We're going to find ourselves in a runner's lunge, or sorry, not runner's lunge, warrior two. Warrior two. There we go. Warrior two, right knee bent. Reverse warrior, inhale, right arm up towards the sky. Oh. So we're going to feel this stretch in our psoas. The psoas actually runs and attaches on this side of the vertebra. Oof. Straighten out the right leg, triangle pose. Oh. Oof. I can feel like because we have like our low back more open from the twist, I can actually feel in my the triangle that I can actually get deeper onto some of these muscles. Oof. Like the attachment at the hip, reaching the left fingertips forward, taking that right hand against that right thigh and twist, twist, twist. Oh, and keeping that length. Bend the right knee, shift the weight forward. We're going to do a different version of revolved half moon. You need your block. So we're going to keep keeping all that length. Take the block in the right hand, shift the weight forward. We're going to do half moon, but reaching that left arm forward. We're going to find the fingertips are going to find the right wrist. Okay, in your half moon. So we're here, so you can use a wall if you want. Left hand finds the right wrist. Whoa. So you're in a half moon, right foot down, left leg floating. Your left fingertips and your left feet are in a tug of war. And you're going to find your left fingertips are going to find your right wrist, like this. And then you're going to peekaboo underneath your left arm. So we're keeping and finding that extension. Okay. All right. Stomp your left foot next to your right. Keeping all that length, we're going to go into a chair twist. All right. So we're going to come to the outside of the left thigh with the right tricep. The same muscles that are twisting and extending, keeping that length. The length from the left hip to the left fingertips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that twist in the low squat. So you're going to bend your knees and bring your hips down. You're going to stack your rib cage over your hips. And you're going to keep this twist. Twist, twist. Squeeze your ankles together. Squeeze your ankles together. Okay. All right, side crane. Side crane or side crane with training wheels. Okay, so you bring your block or some pillow or something. And we're gonna do side crane. Like kids don't need training wheels anymore on their bike. Like this whole concept of balance bike, they teach themselves at 2
or 3 with Kiki. She didn't want to get on a bike until her friends did. They just teach themselves and it takes like 3 days. There's no more of this training wheel and then hanging on to them behind them. And like, it's like this whole different world. All right. So side crane, we'll give you a couple of different options. So if you're like, I don't, like well, anyway, we'll do side, well, I'll show you side crane and then I'll give you some options if it's a prep. So side crane is really about everything that we've done today, which is twisting and core. Twisting and core. That is side crane. So side crane, the key is to get the twist first. The twist is the most important part to set you up for success. Now, why are we twisting? Twisting is good for the low back. That's how we open up our low back. So if you don't get this pose, it's totally fine. All we're doing is trying to open up our low back. So you want to get your elbow as high up, probably like mid-thigh or higher as you can, because that's the twist. Send your knees forward. Okay. Second thing is then you want to get your feet. Your feet are behind your right wrist if we're twisting to the left. Okay. Now, you can, let's see. Okay. You might need to scoot your feet a little bit further away from your hands, but right behind it. And then you dome. And then you take the top foot and you lift into side crane as a balancing pose. Now, if that is like scary, you can brace your left shoulder onto the block, like so. But this is really a balance pose, not so much a strength pose. More about getting a twist. So if that's too much, you put your left shoulder on the block and you can just hang out here. Now if that is like, that's too much, then you can, I think for many years, I had my left hip onto my elbow. So when I'm bending my elbows, I made a shelf. So for the longest time, I'm like, I don't understand how anyone can do this. So I always put here, let me see, I'll do it this way. I put my left hip onto my elbow shelf, right? So you always want to bring your hips to your shelf, right? Because when you bend, look, I make a shelf. You always want to bring the hips to the shelf, not the shelf to the hips. So you got really compact like this, because this is side crane, just turn 90 degrees. Yeah. So this and this, you just want to, if you want to, okay, I want to put my hips onto the elbow. I did that for like years, as you guys know. I did that for years before I started taking Jonathan's class where he like kicked my butt like every day. Okay, so those are all the different steps and training wheel parts that you can get to. And then if you want to add a pillow, as a crash pad, as a psychological crash pad, you can do that. And Anjali is just hanging out. She's like, I'm in it, right? That looks so good. That looks so good. You're just floating there. That looks really good. Have you done that before, Anjali? Yeah. Yeah, like sometimes side crane is easier than crane for some people, Yeah, so you guys try? How do we do? Okay. So once we've been working on our core, like I didn't one day, like I'm just like, oh, I don't really need my hip onto my shoulder anymore or onto my elbow. Then you can do Dvipada, which is kicking your legs out straight. Lots of energy through your heels, lots of squeezing through your inner thighs. So remember, this is just, it's not about, getting the pose. It's really about just opening. Oh, like my left side feels like 10 inches longer than my right side because of all that twisting that we did. I don't even remember how we started this. How do we start this? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we did half moon and warrior two. Okay, now I remember. Okay. I'll give you a few more moments. Yeah, look at that, Anjali. Looks so effortless, right?
Looks so effortless. Remember, it's all about the twist. All about the twist. So Chuying, bring your hip, your left hip is a little far away from the elbow, right? So it's so like from a physics perspective, yeah. Now you're more compact and now you have a shot. So now you're just going to take your arms like chaturanga, you're just going to bend your arms. And that's why a lot of this stuff, a lot of stuff that is like a lot of the things that we need to work on, it's like, oh, how come I can't get this? Or, you know, there's a bunch of stuff like crow and crane and all those things. It's actually bent arm strength. It's very different. It's a specific way of training, and it's bent arm strength, which is doing strength training with your arms bent, right? So that's all like the turbo dog and all the stuff that we are doing with dolphin. Bent arm strength is what enables a lot of this stuff. You know, it's like, oh, is it the twist? Why can't I get my, it's training around bent arm strength. Okay, so let's do the other side before we walk out of here lopsided. So come into all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Where did we go from here? How did we get there? Do you remember how we got there? Oh, yes. Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing away, forward runner's lunge. Come on up, crescent lunge. Feel like, oh yeah. Take the twist, take goalpost arms and take the twist over to the left. So using your core, right hand to the left thigh, and we're going to keep twisting. We're going to keep twisting and reaching our left hand back from the belly. Squeeze from the belly. Squeeze from the belly for 3, 2, and 1. Coming into warrior 2. Warrior 2. So square the hips. Right leg is turning, internally rotating to find that anchor and strength. I'm going to take reverse warrior. Inhale. Arms up towards the sky. Oh, feel that length, that we've created today. Oh, so much taller today. We're going to take, where do we go from here? Oh, triangle pose. So finding all that length, I'm going to go for triangle pose. So this is all about reaching your right fingertips away from that right hip. So keep pulling that right hip back, keep twisting open, keep using your left arm to twist open. I don't know about you, but my twist is so like, I don't feel the restriction as I normally do. I feel like I can really twist and open up towards the ceiling a whole lot easier. I've been working on that. We're not ready yet, Fiona. You're like super early, honey.
I know.
Okay.
I need to grab my water bottle.
Oh, okay. Did you go to the park?
They were closed.
Oh, that's right. They're putting the sales in today. Okay.
Daddy forgot.
Yeah, I forgot to. Okay, bend the knees.
But I remember.
That is true. You have a very good memory. Okay, half moon with the bind, right? Or actually it's revolved half moon, which is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of a misnomer, but block, shift the weight forward, float the right leg up, engage the core, inhale, reach, keep that length from your right fingertips to the right toes, right fingertips to the right toes, finding the left wrist, peekaboo underneath your right arm, and feel that stretch along that right side. Oh, oh. Keep twisting, keep twisting, keep twisting. Oh, and then let right foot to the left, and then we're going to twist into chair, twist chair, revolved Utkatasana. So left arm to the outside to the right thigh, and we're going to keep prying arms apart, and we're going to keep twisting. Reach the right arm overhead, and reach the right hip away from the right fingertips. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down for a low squat twist. We'll spend a few minutes here, and then we're going to go into side crane. Yeah. So twist, twist, twist. Oh. And if you just want to stay here and twist, awesome. If you're ready to try side crane, go for it. Any number of variations of that.
Most important thing, remember the ingredients to side crane is a twist and a dome. Twist and engagement of the core and a dome. So if you can change the way that you breathe, yeah, so engage the core, then inhale. And this is bent arm strength. This is chaturanga. So chaturanga arms. Knees together, ankles together, round core, dome, round core, dome. Look forward to, go more forward. So instead of down, I'm gonna come more forward to me. Remember, like think chaturanga is, yeah, chaturanga is like forward. Yeah, that's it. That looks better. Yeah, that looks way better, but yeah. Is that better? Maybe? Yeah. We'll keep working on it. We've been working on it for a couple years now. So, but that looks really good. That looks really good because the ingredients are there. The ingredients are there. The twist is there. Your twist looks awesome. It's really just, it's like Jenga blocks. It's like figuring out how to stack it, you know, and probably just some more work on that bent arm strength. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's come down and have a seat. Oh, I don't know about you, but my back feels like a million times better than I started class today, which is, awesome. Yay me. No. All right, let's go ahead and take Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose with the block or not. So it helps to open up the low back. Like, so this is Janu Shirshasana, knee to head to knee pose, right? Is this aiming for the outside of the pinky toe? When you add the block at varying widths between your feet, you're opening up your low back more. So if you notice, I can't go as far when I have a block in between, but it, you can use a book or any spacer, but this will actually help you open up the opposite side of the leg that's straight. So inhale tall and exhale to the outside of the pinky toe. When we're adding the spacer, we're really, really able to open up this side of the back more. I don't know about you, but I'm able to get a lot deeper.
Is this right?
Yes, that is right, Kiona. With our low back being open today, I'm able to get definitely further down on kind of the seated forward folds and Dandasana poses. And release. Let's go switch to the other side. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Oh.
That's
Yes, that's right.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, and release. Oh, my back feels really, really yummy. Let's do
Your back doesn't feel really gooey.
both like straight Dandasana, seated pose, anterior pelvic tilt. Roll the sit bones forward. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Keeping that, instead of rounding around, reaching our chest forward, our shoulder blades drawing down. When we leave a wobble into Dandasana.
We
We're keeping our
belong
chest.
on Pillow Talk.
Keeping our chest reaching forward. I think this is probably the flattest I've ever gotten down. And release, release, release. Ooh. Let's take pigeon. Or actually, no. Let's do we can do double pigeon. Double pigeon. So stacking our ankle over the knee, knee over the ankle. The shin bones are parallel, so not like a crisscross, but more like pushed out parallel to the edge of the mat. Tent the fingertips behind you, roll the shoulder blades back and down, press the knees down. So we've worked a bit on like the outer glute hip opening, a little bit, but really more on like just getting that low back really stretched out, right? Which is really hard. So like I said, the only way to really do it is through a lot of twisting and a lot of core, a lot of twists, a lot of core, a lot of twists, a lot of core. And that's how we get to that like low back opening. You know, a lot of times people ask like, oh, what stretches can I do to open my low back? I'm like, yeah, you could do Malasana. But that's really not going to stretch, like, right? To get to the feeling that we have right now, and then switch sides. To get to the feeling that we have right now, I mean, it's a lot of work to engage and twist, roll the shoulders back and down, press the shin bones down. To like open the low back. There's not like an easy, like, it's not like a resting stretch to open the low back. It is, you know, muscle and twisting and, you know, engaging your core and sweating to get to opening your low back.
Who says so?
I say so. And there's also, I mean, Pilates takes a little different approach, right? Like I never really break out a sweat in Pilates, but it's really, you know, good for like fine, I don't want to say fine motor control, but really like very focused muscle work that gets at it over time. All right, let's go ahead and come on to our back. Take the feet as wide as the mat, knees together, drop the knees over to the right and left. So windshield wiper left and right. Windshield wiper left and right. Windshield wiper left and right. And if you want to, you can take shoulder stand, plow pose, that family of poses. Sometimes, like for the longest time, you know, shoulder stand didn't feel great on my back. So if that bothers you, don't do it, or plow pose. But otherwise, you can take shoulder stand. Shoulder stand is when we stack our hips over our sternum and stack our, you know, kind of our up or rest of our body, like kind of in a straight line on our sternum. Or from here, you can take plow pose, making sure that the weight is in between the shoulder blades and not on the neck. And then slowly roll on down into Shavasana. Taking the arms up overhead, giving yourself a nice big stretch. Exhale, lowering the hands down by your side, palms facing up towards the sky. Now breathing into the low belly and allowing the low belly to expand, stretching out the diaphragm. Noticing how the breath is different when you expand into the low belly. Rolling over to one side. Taking a pause here. Taking a moment and assessing how your body feels right now. And that the milestone, the goalpost is really just to provide some mobility into your body. That the pose is just a destination out far in the future. It's just a mechanism of a way to move forward. The North Star that points us in the right direction. Slowly pressing yourself up to seated, keeping your eyes closed. Rooting your sit bones into the earth. Inhaling, arms up towards the sky, clasping palms together, drawing them down to heart center. Inhale tall. Exhale, bowing forward, namaste.